There's gnomes. There's a baby. No! There's 2 babies! This got so chaotic so fast. Baby! Baby! Stop it right now. That's my cash. Give me my cash. Not like that. I'll tell you what, I was not expecting to make another video like this after my Lethal Company video, wondering if you should play an otherwise multiplayer horror game by yourself. But here we are. Lethal Company and Repo are both games with similar objectives and gameplay loops after all. By the way, if you missed my Lethal Company video, you should check that out. But anyways, I decided to stream a session of Repo over on my newly set up Twitch to answer the question, should you play Repo alone? Let's dive into that. But before I begin, I would like to thank today's sponsor. No, just kidding, I'm not sponsored. Before we begin, I'd like to mention that I'm new to Twitch and I definitely plan on streaming far more than I post to YouTube. So if you're looking for a bit more reckless content, there would be the place to hang out and chat with me. Also, any tips on Twitch itself or even games I play would be much appreciated. Thank you. Mwah. The link to my Twitch will be in the description. But if you don't have Twitch or you aren't feeling up to it, I suppose you could just subscribe to me here. So Repo, yeah, if you don't know what it is, it's a fairly new game with that creepy emoji face that you've been seeing in thumbnails and on Steam. But more specifically, it's a horror and comedy multiplayer game where the objective is to search procedurally generated buildings for items to sell to meet quota to advance, all while creatures are trying to hunt you down. Did I mention there are bad guys that want to kill me? Because there are. And you just pretty much see how far you can get. Now notice how I said horror and comedy multiplayer game. Well, in this video I took out the multiplayer part, which in turn unintentionally took out the comedy part. Mostly. Not entirely, but mostly. Let me explain. In my experience playing multiplayer Repo, the bulk of the time was not spent collecting items, not spent meeting quotas, and not spent prioritizing progression, but instead was spent saying funny things in baby mode and saying funny one-liners in the text-to-speech feature. A feature which, might I add, doesn't exist in single player. I mean, why would it? You know, you're alone. But it would still be funny. I use text-to-speech when I'm in single player? I don't think so. In single player, I can't tell you how many times I got paranoid and felt like I heard something. This is not enough. Heard something. I'm tweaking. Man, playing this game alone really makes you hyper aware, I feel. The experience of this game drastically changes when you go from goofing off with friends in multiplayer to solely attempting to reach quotas to see how far you can get in single player. But it's not all doom and gloom in single player though. Dying can be funny sometimes. Hey baby, can you bring me to an item so you could throw it? Oh, not at me though. No! No! No, not at me, baby. Oh my gosh, that was comical. I thought I was gonna be so sly running into that room, and then I turned the corner and he just chucks a trophy at my face. Also, single player is inherently harder than multiplayer for a couple of reasons. For one, in multiplayer, you can team lift heavier objects, bypassing needing to buy strength upgrades from the shop. But also, if you die in multiplayer, you can be revived by your teammates. In single player, it's simply game over. And believe me when I say this, it is really easy to die. No, 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 I couldn't move in time. Man, just like that. Duck? No, duck, no. Alright, duck's hurting me, duck's hurting me. I can't run, I can't run. Duck normal again? No! Come on, Senor Frog. On a side note, I found out that grenades are pretty useless. First creature I see, first enemy I see, cloud through that door. Wow. First enemy I see, gonna get blown up. Did we kill it? Yo. Yo, Chet. I don't know what that was, but did we kill it? We did not kill it. With that said, I wanted to explore some more items since I'm still fairly new to Repo. But I really didn't accumulate enough monies to purchase much besides a grenade. What else is for sale though, actually? A shotgun. Done mine? That's cool. A shotgun. I wish I could afford this shotgun. If I break it, do I buy it? I want to blast someone. I want to shoot it. Oh! Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Plus in single player, I feel like you kind of need a lot of the upgrades early on to balance out the fact that you're playing alone. But my final consensus on should you play Repo alone is yes, actually, you should. At least a couple of times, just to see how far you can get. However, this game is definitely much more tailored to multiplayer. And if you have played the game before, you probably know this. But like I said before, it was definitely a different experience playing in multiplayer than it was in single player. But if you and your teammates are on the same page about trying to progress and not throw each other in toilets and call it a day, then that multiplayer experience may line up with the single player experience more. Anyways, that's all I got for you, my little reckless rando. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something new. But if not, just remember, you can't teach anyone anything. You can only help them find it within themselves. I think Galileo said something like that. That's not my quote. Don't quote me on that. That wasn't me. Okay, bye. Listen to me, Duck. You gotta chill out, man. Yeah. No, you gotta chill out. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Is that okay? Can you chill?